that bond that we create is more important sometimes than any lesson that we can get out of a book. That's my mission. That's my goal. That's my motivation.
You know, people can only do the best that they can with what they know. And if they don't know, and if they don't have anyone to teach them, they'll never do any better. And so that's where I sometimes come in. Being in the classroom with the students is where my soul is and where I think I can give most of my soul to my students. My name is Lolita Cummings, and I am a professor of public relations at Eastern Michigan University. I came into this world in 1964, the middle of 3 girls. Education was one of the things that I was always around. It was like our family business. My mother was a teacher. She retired from that. My older sister retired as a Flint Community Schools teacher. My younger sister is in the Grand Rapids School District. Education was never far from us. And for us, it was a matter of where we were going to college. It was never if we were going to college. Working in public relations, and as often happens, I had an intern. And after some time, I realized that the favorite part of my job was not actually working in public relations. It was teaching the intern. It was teaching the intern the business that I love so much and seeing that enjoyment in her as she was doing it. And that was the first ding to me that my mother was right, that teaching was in my blood. It was what I should be doing. It wasn't my intention to teach initially, but eventually the bug did bite me.
My name is Michele Pizzo, and I am at Davison Elementary Middle School, Detroit Public Schools Community District. My mom was one of the most amazing people. She came here as an immigrant, and she ended up teaching English as a second language to adults. So that's kind of where it all started, I guess you could say. I mean, I saw her wanting to teach them and wanting to help them. And so that love that she had for people just kind of exploded. Not a holiday that went by that we didn't have somebody in our home. And to most people, that's weird. Oh, didn't you just want to be by yourself? No, this was normal for us. This was normal to have all walks of life in our home. It was just people who were always welcome. And that's definitely, absolutely where I get my love for all people.
Mrs. Pizzo is a teacher that has been here at Davison her whole career. I can't speak enough about how Ms. Pizzo pours her heart into her students. She has very close relationships with them. She has high expectations for them, which then allows them to blossom and succeed.
I have known Lolita 20 plus years. She's created this database where students have the opportunity to have experience in corporate, public relations. She's also done a lot of community service. So what she has done in that area has been tremendous.
I guess what I would want everybody to know, in my case specifically in DPSCD, is that these children are just as good as anybody else.
For as long as I've been a student at DPSCD, we've had struggles, whether it was socioeconomic or academics, not having substandard books, supplies. All of those things have happened over decades. So we're really looking to make impact and make it in a fast and effective way.
As a teacher in Detroit, I've witnessed so many things, lots of positive things, but on the opposite side of the spectrum, some not so pleasant things. I have students who come to school every day and hide the fact that they're homeless, and you would never have known. We cry, we talk about it. You know, it's hard because you can't forget about it. You can't. The children of Detroit have hopes and dreams. Their parents have hopes and dreams for them. Now you know, okay, maybe I really need to cut this this baby some slack. Maybe I need to give him an extra day on his homework. Maybe she needs a little more guidance. Maybe she needs to take a book home. Maybe I just need to show this one some extra special love. Maybe I need to keep this one in with me at lunchtime. These are wonderful students. These are wonderful parents who just want the same things that we do. They want the best for their children.
For our students, I would say their main struggle is also financial, and that's one of the things that I think as professionals and professors we have to be more understanding of. Our students at Eastern, we are a commuter campus, and many of our students work 2 and 3 jobs, so it's hard for them to be on campus, to be engaged, to be involved in the student organizations that will certainly enrich their experience there, because they're off working, they're tired, they have to be successful, and that's my responsibility to do it, and I take it very seriously.
Hi. Good morning. Cute outfit. Your laptop matches your...
I know, that happens often with the colors I've been wearing lately.
Good.
We have to model the kinds of things that make successful, responsible adults for the future. And Lolita, in particular, is better at that than anyone I know.
No, I think that could be a good idea.
I like that.
really like that. And so I actually met Lolita this year, going into the public relations major, getting kind of deeper in it, and immediately we kind of just clicked.
I think that she genuinely cares about students and their hearts and where they're going in life. I think that she has a lot of wisdom that students and just people in general can glean from and learn.
So they've changed the way that the organizations are structured and funded and all of that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Now, I did see the link that you sent me. So I enjoy that time before I go into the classroom. It's busy, it's action-packed, but it's one of the favorite times of my day.
A couple of months ago, I had a student and she was right in front of me, and she's normally an excellent student, very engaged. This particular day she was bobbing and she was weaving, and I could tell she was really tired. Once I finished lecturing and the students were working on something else, I just went over to her and just kind of put my hand on her back and a gesture to say, "Can I help you?" And she did. She opened up and she said she had been working all night. Once she saw that she could trust me to do that, she told me about a more personal issue that she had, and she really needed to go to the gynecologist for that. And I thought, well, this is my gynecologist, here's a referral, I'll call her and ask her if she'll see you. She didn't want to go alone, so she asked me to go, and I'm thinking, well, this is definitely new, but why not? I mean, why wouldn't I help a young woman who was in trouble? And I thought I was going to stay in the waiting room, and she asked me to come back with her. I just turned my back while the doctor examined her, but I held her hand because it was the hand holding that she needed more. Another student who actually graduated more than 15 years ago, I was in the room when she delivered her first child. She asked me to be in there, and so I was forever grateful for that. That's what happens when I take the role of a professor outside of the box that we typically think of it in and just do whatever needs to be done.
Hey.
Hi, Miss Pizzo.
How are you, babe?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good. Nice to see your face.
Yeah.
So are you excited for this visit? Who's gonna be there? Mom and Dad?
Yeah, my dad's gonna be at work, but yeah, my mom's gonna be there and all that stuff.
Today's home visit will feature a wonderful student of mine. Her name is Nabiha. She is a brand new student this year in the 7th grade with me.
About 2 years ago, the district approached us and with an idea to do parent-teacher home visitation.
Because we're not going in there talking about grades and that type of stuff. We're talking about, who are you? This is who I am. How can we help you? What is it that you need from us to help your children acclimate themselves?
She is fantastic. She is eloquent. She is spunky. She's so full of life. She's so full of energy. We're gonna have a good time getting to know her family outside of the school on a completely different level, on their terms, on their turf, if you will. So I'm looking forward to it. This will be my first visit of the year.
Hi, Miss Pizzo. This is my mom. Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? Come inside.
Oh my gosh, should I take my shoes?
It's okay.
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 Hi.
My mother.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
How are you?
Good.
Nice to meet you.
That insight into the family life definitely is a bridge that has reaped great results for Davidson and for the district.
I love having her in my classroom.
Okay, thank you.
A good girl, so respectful and smart and kind.
Okay.
So that means you're doing a great job. And because we have such a huge Bengali population, it's absolutely imperative that teachers, students, staff get to know the culture. This is a very important population in our school, and we're going to respect them, we're going to understand them, and we're going to learn about them. What do you hope for your daughter? What do you hope for Nabiha? What's your hopes or your dreams for her?
তোমার hopes kita. তুমি pa Bengali thwa আমি translate. Oh, she said, what do I want to become?
Oh, she's
Okay.
asking you what do you, so, and what do you think?
I want to become a doctor.
When we have teachers that come and commit themselves to the students, to the school, and to the community, it makes for magic to happen because the students buy in, the teachers buy in, other teachers buy in, as well as parents feel comfortable bringing their students here to Davidson Elementary.
It was
It
awesome.
was so great.
And I'll see you at school.
We do a lot of acts of kindness all around, but I think it's great when it's intentional. Kind of feels good to be intentional about being kind to others.
The most basic definition of public relations is simply to do what's right. Ever since I've been teaching, I would have the students write acts of kindness and integrity papers, which are short, half-page papers. Commit some acts of kindness on campus and tell me about it in the paper. What did you do? How did it make you feel? How did it make the other person feel? I was the only one who was reading it. I was the only one who knew. But if I could get the students to tweet about it or to put it on Instagram, then everyone would know.
Because like on a college campus, not a lot of people get a lot of kindness towards them. People are just like good into one place and that's it. And like giving out random acts of kindness is kind of nice. It brings a smile to their face.
In the fall of 2016, we had some acts of violence and racism on our campus. We had racist graffiti, and I thought, we really need kindness more than ever. I just made a decision that I couldn't do nothing, and so we did acts of kindness.
Here, so we're doing random acts of kindness. I want to give you this Starbucks card, and I just want you to pay it forward and just remember to be kind today.
We're able to build such a sense of community that the students not only learn from one another, they help one another, and I love to see that happen.
It's a good thing, thank you.
You're welcome.
I had an opportunity to engage an entire classroom at a time in an act of kindness, and for me, that's still my favorite experience. We had just started our Acts of Kindness campaign with the tweets, and I received an email from a mother, and she was not a mother of one of my students. Her son was a freshman on campus, and he had been in a bicycle accident. He'd broken his leg, he'd broken his ankle. It was difficult for him to get across campus because he was on a scooter. So I went to my students the next time I saw them, the next class period, and I told them the situation. And I barely had the story out of my mouth before they started to plan themselves. He had a class in the exact same classroom building that we were in at the exact same time. The students had bought balloons, they had bought candies, they had bought games. One of the students had committed to be his guide the rest of the semester, and then we surprised him. And it was amazing when we surprised him. The student had absolutely no idea we were coming. First he was just kind of stunned by 20 students coming into his classroom. Once we let him know that we were there for him, he was shocked and he was happy and he was grateful. But when we were done, they weren't talking about what they did for this young man. The conversation was, yes, they feel great, but we feel good doing it.
If I could send one message to my fellow educators, I love you and appreciate you and I value you. I know what you go through. You are amazing. You are awesome. The things that you do for your children and what you do in the classroom every day, on weekends, during the summer is amazing. Nobody could do the job that you do, that we do.
I would definitely like to let Ms. Pizzo know I've gotten to know her well over the years. I know her family. I know what she does in the classroom with those students. I'm very proud of you. I hope to keep you here on board with us here at Davidson for many years to come.
And I think it matters, especially a lot of different things that have been going on campus, as she mentioned. Had a lot of incidents, racial incidents, and just what's going on in the world in general. I think it's a good thing to just kind of bring people together.
If anyone came up to me who wanted to be a teacher, I'd first ask them why. If it's because you really love teaching and you love people and you love sharing yourself, to be that person who teaches them about life, that was what my favorite teachers did for me. They taught me about life. They taught me about being a better person. If you can do that, then you can teach, and you should teach.